Prophecy, Jeremiah 31 verse 15, fulfillment, Matthew 2 verses 16 to 18. Massacre of Infants. The prophecy in Jeremiah 31 verse 15 and its fulfillment in Matthew 2 verses 16 to 18 reveal a tragic event that foreshadows the suffering and sacrifice surrounding the birth of Jesus, the Savior. Jeremiah 31 verse 15. Thus saith the Lord, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rahel weeping for her children refused to be comforted for her children, because they were not. This prophecy in Jeremiah speaks of the sorrowful cry and mourning that would come from the region of Ramah, symbolizing the pain of the mothers who lost their children. This lamentation signifies a tragic event. Matthew 2 verses 16 to 18. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth, and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation, and weeping, and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted, because they are not. Matthew's Gospel recounts the fulfillment of Jeremiah's prophecy during the time of Jesus' birth. King Herod, threatened by the news of a newborn king, ordered the massacre of infants in Bethlehem and its surrounding areas. This horrifying event echoes the grief described by Jeremiah. Practical application. Understanding suffering, reflect on the fact that even in the midst of tragedy, God's purposes are at work. The massacre of innocent children reminds us of the fallen state of the world and the need for a Savior. Hope and redemption. The prophecy and its fulfillment point to the brokenness of humanity and a longing for redemption. Jesus' coming brings hope and salvation to a world marred by sin and suffering. Compassion and empathy. Consider the pain experienced by those who have suffered loss. Extend compassion, love, and support to those who are grieving, just as Christ offers comfort to those who mourn. Protection of the vulnerable. Advocate for the protection and well-being of children and all vulnerable members of society. The tragic event highlights the importance of valuing and safeguarding every life. Conclusion. The prophecy in Jeremiah 31 verse 15 and its fulfillment in Matthew 2 verses 16 to 18 remind us of the somber reality of suffering and loss in the world. It underscores the significance of Jesus' birth as the light that shines in the darkness and the hope that brings healing and redemption. As we reflect on this tragic event, we are reminded of the need to stand against injustice, extend compassion to those who suffer, and find solace in the promise of Christ's ultimate victory over all pain and sorrow.